Greetings and welcome back to another episode of the Corrupt Crew Chronicles. Yeah, so today is just a sunshine super Saturday, feeling real good and I'm laughing because this is so funny and I'm not laughing about the abuse and the things that have gone on against those of us towards us that are gone from out of that circus cult. I want to make that quite clear. What I'm laughing about is everything I have done, what I'm doing, we're putting in the complaints and these claims and what's coming. That's what I'm laughing about. It's funny. It sure is. It's funny. Isn't it funny how the tables turn? That's something. That's really something. But I want to come on here actually before I get to getting into the rest of putting in the rest of the claims, or these claims actually against the corrupt crew. Now I'm done with the circus cult leader and his crime family, not unless something comes my way through by way of any brothers and sisters who are gone out of there, and I overlooked something. But I looked over everything with a fine-tooth comb, even when it comes to the corrupt crew. So I'm going to be getting started on them today. But I did want to come on and just make a couple of videos or whatever, and I may make more later after I get done putting in the rest of the claims and complaints and everything on that corrupt crew up in there. Yeah, sure enough. But anyhow, I did want to address that. Me and the brother, I don't have a problem with the brother who's no longer in there, who is the father of the little boy who been sexually violated. I know I made the video and everything. What I was saying was in there, because me and him, we talked yesterday. We talked. He's 100% on board with what I'm doing. He's 100% supportive. He's 100% cooperative. All of that. But what I was saying yesterday, when I made the video, is that because I know that nigga bum won, and I know his minions and his flying monkey officers, and I know the corrupt crew, and don't try to go after that brother. All this is on me. That brother didn't ask me to do this. No one knew that I was doing this, as far as for putting in the complaint with defects about what happened to that little boy in there being sexually violated by that teenage boy. Don't go after him. Has not done anything. That's what I mean, to try to, bully somebody into stopping, no, don't, you're not gonna do this, Yeah, that Scooby-Doo yabba-dabba-doo language y'all in there talking. I'm not gonna do this. Yeah, I know how you sit here and you bully certain ones. You can't bully me. Not at all. And I'm talking to you, circus cult leader. I'm talking to your little minions, your flying monkey officers, your whole corrupt crew. Because you come to me with that, and you don't want it where I am. Baby, you don't want this. Okay? Because like I said, you don't know who I got in my personal life. I got some folks about it. Okay? And they about me. Alright? And they don't care about putting in that work. And I'm talking about there, I'm putting in spiritual work. No, they ain't about that. No, they about that street life. Yeah, seriously. And won't get caught. So, and that's all I'm gonna say about that. But yeah, you leave that brother alone. Me and that brother, we're good. Me and that brother, we are good. That brother has been through so much. That brother, I'm talking about the father of the little boy who's been sexually violated by that teenage boy. Now, he's been through so much. That circus cult leader kicked him out for no reason. We was over there at the funeral home. Some of y'all who's listening to me, who's gone, y'all remember it. He kicked that brother out for no good reason. None. That brother was working. He was providing what he could for his family, taking care of them. He was good to his wife, twin, with the 4 sons, and I'm gonna make that distinction because now I'm set up here and heard that the other twin, with the 2, the boy and the girl, the 2 children are back, just coming back in there or trying to or whatever going on. So I'm gonna make that distinction. I'm talking to the twin with the 4 sons, his wife. Yeah, they're still married. Yeah, he was good to her. He was good to their children and everything. And this circus cult leader just ripped that family apart. And the way how she did him, I'm talking you, twin, with the 4 sons. You know, and now you sitting here and you sitting here and you regretting everything you did to him, and you stuck. I'm not gonna go into it because see, me and the bro, he has shared things with me in confidence, and I would not put that out here unless he told me, sis, Amber, go ahead and put it on out there on video. I'm not like that circus cult leader. See, like I said, I'm a confidant. Something I don't sit up here and have to tell. Now, somebody sit up here and then tell me that they done buried their husband, wife in their backyard. I'm telling that to law enforcement. No, I'm not going to be an accessory to a crime. But things that I don't have to tell, I keep that. I'm a confidant. Yeah. Because I have integrity. But yeah, this brother, he's been through so much. With that service cult leader, with and with his wife, that whole situation. I mean, like I said, that service cult leader shut down the landscaping lawn service business that he had. He shut it down on those 2 brothers. He was one, and then the other brother was from the family, was the father and husband from the family from Ohio. Shut it down on them. And this brother right here, this brother is intelligent. The one I'm talking about, the one who's the father of the little boy who got sexually violated. Intelligent. He has a bachelor's degree in criminal justice and a master's degree in counseling. Yeah. And you jealous of that? You just jealous of everything. Young family came in, because it was years ago. They came in, I think it was around 2010, I want to say, because we were over at the first building on Glenwood, not the bowling alley, not the second building, but the first building when they first came in. And like he said, he really wasn't feeling, that circus cult leader. He's like, it was okay or whatever. But see, that circus cult leader can pick up when people not feeling him like that. Like I said, he did it with me. That circus cult leader did it with me. When the energy started changing, like, I'm not, with this. No, and you still just coming just out of, going through the motions. I'm sure he was just there for his family, to keep for his wife and his sons. And they were little then. Think of all that time he just sat here and lost out. All that time. And now, like I said, twin, you know what I'm saying? It's true. You sitting there stuck. And you know what I mean by that. Yeah, and I'm not going to put it all out there. I'm not going to do that. But me and that brother, we are good. We forging forward. And don't y'all sit up here and think you're going to stop anything. Because you don't know what backing I have. And I mean that. We pushing forward. This little boy who been victimized, sexually violated in there by that teenage boy, he gonna get justice, and he gonna get professional counseling. And we being gone out of there, brothers and sisters, we gonna get justice too, because through them 3, 4, and 5 letter agencies, and hopefully through a law firm with the class action lawsuit. I'm not playing. I'm not backing down off this. I'm gonna tell you, circus cult leader, you got an enemy for life with me. And when I categorize them as being an enemy for life with me, I'm relentless. I don't do any harassing. I don't get up there and try to lie, talking about, oh yeah, she sent me an email. Last email you got from me was back in 2016. Oh, she called my number. She texted me. No, I do everything strategically and within the confines of the law. And when I say the law, I'm talking about United States, local, state, and federal laws. Within those confines, it's strategic though. You public enemy number one to me, and I mean that. And that's a fact. That's until I take my last breath. You hear me? Till the spirit leave my body. Because this ain't nothing but a doggone meat suit, what you see. And that's a whole nother conversation for a whole nother video. Yeah. When my spirit leave the body, that's when it'll stop for me being on you. But I'm relentless. Yeah, and I'm unmerciful. But people who poke with me and poke with and mess with people, those who I love and I care about. And yeah, I forged a lot of good relationships, genuine relationships with a lot of my brothers and sisters who are gone. We may not have been close and talking, every day when I was in there, but I always greeted the ones when I never walked past anybody. I never walked past anyone when I was in that circus club. Never was nasty towards them, mean, none of that. They, greet or whatever, and I'd be like, how you doing? And I would really mean that and listen, and they would tell, sometimes, for example, say, oh, yeah, sis, I got a job interview, next week or whatever, or let's just say later on this week. I'm like, oh, okay, well, I hope it goes well. Then the following time I seen them, after I knew it was after they had their interview, like, well, how did that interview go? Brother so-and-so, sister so-and-so? Yeah, because I'm genuine like that. I have a genuine care for people that I love, that I'm around. That's me. That's that, you are the most vile and disgusting individual I have ever come across in my life. You stand up there and you talk about the white man and what the white man doing, and they sit here and destroy our families and take the strong man out of the house. What do you think you did? There, like I said, you are the worst individual I have ever come across in my life. There has not been anyone in my life that has ever treated me as horrible as you have done, and I can almost say that I can say that for majority, if not all, of my brothers and sisters who are gone away from there, that you was the most horrible person in their life. They have never come across anybody to treat them the way as bad, negatively as you have treated them. Yeah. And I mean that, and I talked with another brother too, the one from Philadelphia. Yeah, got on that phone. We was on the phone for about 3 hours. Showing up, I'm putting in work, and also just checking on them, because as ones come out, they need the ones who's out here who've been strong. The strong are to bear the infirmities of the weak. Ain't that right? Isn't that what's in that Bible? Yeah, I'm one of the strong ones, and it's a lot of other my brothers and sisters who's no longer in there, who are strong, been out here, got healed and everything. I can only speak for myself as being healed. I'm healed from you. I don't cry about what went on with me in there, the embarrassing things you say, about me, humiliating things, how you humiliate me on live streaming worldwide, where people can sit up here and see that I never met. Yeah, and in front of those who were in there. You degrading me. All of that. Like I said, I took the brunt of it for the sisters. And I see why, because you jealous of me. And you jealous of a lot of other brothers and sisters. And you still jealous of some who's sitting in there too. You sure are. But I'm talking about the ones of us who's gone. Because like I said, I'm not worrying about them silly grown up members who's sitting in there. The only ones I'm concerned about are those children who are still sitting in there. Yeah. So yeah, you jealous. You jealous, you envious, you covetous, you, like I said, you everything negative, nothing positive. Standing up there, got back to me. Yeah, you keep on meeting with him, don't you? You met with him last night, Friday night, after Friday night service. Yeah, you met with him and you listened to my videos, because you standing there and you using words and you implementing the words, some of the words I'm saying in your sermon. Corrupt, manipulate, get over, liar, all that. Yeah, you using words that I'm saying on these videos, and you've been doing that because you've been watching these videos, and you know everything I'm saying is true, and you every time to stand up there, I'm not worrying about anybody making any videos, I'm moving on. Yeah, you don't have to worry about these videos. What you do need to worry about is those 3, 4, and 5 letter agencies is coming, and possibly this class action lawsuit. Because I'm not playing about none of it. For real. And I mean that. Yeah, like I said, you to mess with the chosen ones. You to mess with the chosen ones. And like I said, me and that brother, we good. I don't want anybody having that in their mind like, there's tension there between, them two. And no, not at all. Me and that brother, who is the father of that little boy in there who got sexually violated by that teenage boy, who right in there. It happened in that boys restroom in that circus cult. And you didn't report that. And I'm going to get on that too. I'm going to get on this. You, circus cult leader, stood up there and I got it from the brother from Philadelphia when I talked to him yesterday. You stood up there and you told those members in there last year, after that whole situation went on with this little boy and his sexual violation and the teenage boy who did it, you said that you contacted law enforcement. Now I'm going to bust it on up. You did not contact law enforcement, because let me tell you, and talking about they had an investigation and they didn't find anything and everything, and you kicked the teenage boy out, and the little boy who'd been sexually violated the whole time kept coming back there. No, anytime there's any type of child abuse, this is physical, this is sexual, this is child neglect, and it's reported to law enforcement. Law enforcement only investigates what? Criminal cases. The only way something can be a criminal case, a crime, there has to be a law against it. There is not a law against, these are 2 children and he was a child, still a child, this little boy. This involved a child. So law enforcement has to report it to DFACS. DFACS does the investigation because it's involving abuse of a child. See, I got to come on here and I got to break it down for everybody, because I know not everybody knows the process. DFACS comes and they do the investigation. DFACS would have came there to that circus cult, more than likely talked to you, circus cult leader, the families that are involved, and their children, all of them, including the little boy who got sexually violated, and of course the teenage boy who did it, okay? And some of those other children in there and members, grown-ups in there. Also, DFACS would have also mandated that the little boy who was sexually violated could not go back to that circus cult until after the investigation was over, because that is the place in which the alleged, and they have to say alleged until they do the investigation, the abuse occurred. He couldn't be in there. He couldn't go in there until after the investigation. And if it came back, we didn't find any type of form of abuse or anything, it's all clear. We didn't find any in our investigation. Then the little boy who got sexually violated would have been able to start going back in there. When did he stop going in there? And I'm talking about last year in 2022. Also, DFACS would have went to the homes the home of the mother with the twin in there with the 4 sons, because check out the little boy who's been sexually violated, his social environment, his living environment, and defects would have also made a home visit to the family of the teenage boy where he was living, where they live, to check out his social environment, his home environment. And sometimes defects will even go so far, it depends on the severity of the abuse, and if they, think that maybe, like, if the little boy who was sexually violated said that he went to school and he told, like teachers there or, administrative staff, who work in the school or whatever, if he did that. And sometimes they'll, even if the victim, and I'll just say that the child victim doesn't, say that, they went to school or, they told administrators or teachers what, the defects will still go to the school of that child, the victim. And sometimes even to the victim, because he's a child too, the teenager. Yeah. So it's a whole long process. Didn't none of that go on? And also they would have contacted the child victim's father. Not unless some lies was, like I said, because people can lie, be like, oh, well, he's not going to live. But those older were talking to their older children or what, because you get up, they know their daddy. They know that their daddy is living. They know their father is alive. He just doesn't live there. He lives in a whole nother state. So yeah, they would have said, yeah, my daddy lives. Yeah, my daddy is, lives in such and such, because they old enough to know and to speak and to talk about it. It's more easier when you're dealing with children who have been violated, abused in some form, when they can talk, and when they're older, they're still children, but they old, and they can remember and they know, certain facts. Yeah. So I want to go ahead and put that on blast. Again, you stood there and you lied about the sister, the disabled sister who was being abused by her husband, who's a financial officer in there, when she had to go and live with her parents in the state of Alabama. Her elderly parents. That doesn't even make any sense. Elderly, they up there in their 80s. They were in their 80s at the time in 2017 when she went to stay with them for that short while they conducted the investigation. They had to get her out of that environment where the alleged, quote unquote, abuse was taking place. She was a total care patient. She wouldn't have been able to defend herself. They always remove the victim from whatever environment that the alleged abuse is taking place in. That's what happened with that. And when I broke it down to the brother from Philadelphia, he said, yeah, they had to get her out. He said, yeah, because he remembered it. He was in there when that happened. He was in there. He was still in there. He just came out last year. See, and I got a lot of information from that brother. Yeah, and I'm going to do a video about what you did to him, because it ties in to me putting in the rest of these claims and complaints and everything. But I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to cut this video short, and I'm going to come back with another video, and it's going to sit here and I'm going to put show enough about what you set up here and you did to this sister who's no longer in there. And I'm talking to you, Service Code Leader, because anybody who contact me and they give me the green light and say, yep, I want you to get on camera and I want you to tell my story, what happened, I'm going to do it. Like I said, she's up in the next video, and then after, I'm going to get to the brother who's from Philadelphia that just left out of there last year in 2022. But I'm going to be back with another video, but until that time, I'm signing out.